Welcome, all you beautiful people. I'll wait till a few more roll in before I explain what's going on today. But I hope all of you are having a fantastic day so far. You said good night? What are you talking about? We're just starting today. It's not good night, it's good morning. I don't care if that it's 5 p.m. here. It's still good morning. I'll accept a good evening. It's 11 a.m.? Oh wow, where are you? That's quite a few hours ahead. Hey Brick, glad to see you around, man. Been a while. Buenos dias, Senor Brian. Thank you, Gio. You guys are silly. Oh, you're in the AU. Okay, that makes sense. What's it like being in the future? It's going well, man. It really is. I mean, all things considered, the world is, verified chaos right now, but, it could be worse, I suppose. Australia has sunlight. It's terrifying. Yeah, I don't know what that's like here. It's been overcast here pretty much all day, and being in Washington, it's pretty much every day. I don't speak Spanish, Gio. Actually, I speak a little, but I don't understand that sentence entirely. Nunca means nothing, right? Hermosa is like family? I don't remember. Or not family, but gosh. My 3 or 4 years of high school Spanish is failing me right now. I've never seen someone so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Amazing. You guys way too wholesome. The Vespine translate. I like it. I like it. It's Vespine. I like that. Fantastic. Might be fluent in Spanish, huh? I really should, actually pick up a second language.
What is up, homies? How are we doing? We got, first off, Alex Odos, thank you for the 2 months, my guy. If you're in chat, thank you, man. If you guys do not already follow Mr. Alex Odos, follow him. He's a fantastic build streamer. Kinnick, Alansky, how are you guys doing? Sniper Bob, what up? Amaranth, welcome. CF Kenner, what's up, dude? Yeah, I literally just got a call that the graphics card that I ordered is lost. Talisman Solutions with the
Drew will be back in a second, don't worry guys. I was just muting him while he's doing his kind of intro stuff. And then we'll be good. Then we'll have a little discussion, a little chat. It'll be fun. Killed Chewie? I did not kill Chewie. I'm gonna revive Chewie. I'm gonna start leaving stabilizers though while he's doing all his intro stuff. It sounds like he's a faster builder than I am, so I'm gonna try to get a jump on this by leaving stabilizers already. But yeah, I guess I should let people know what's actually going on. So if you haven't known from the title or the announcement post from the Discord, basically what's happening now is I'm doing a build stream of the Bauer. I'm going to be rebuilding this Bauer. I did this build about a week and a half ago now on stream. And I built it with the default aluminum plate as well as some Frankenstein tactile switches. And now I'm going to be taking a different approach. We're going to be rebuilding this. Got a new PCB. We got a fresh palm plate for it as well. And I'm going to be using some switches that some of you might have remembered that I lubed yesterday on stream. These are Pinocchos. If you're curious what that is, you can use the switch command in chat. I forgot to put that in the title, but that'll tell you a little bit more about the switches. Alright, I'm not
getting it off the truck, or they scanned the wrong thing, or the wrong label was on it. I don't know. So I am. Let's see.
Alright, I unmuted you, Chewy.
See, none of these.
I don't know if he actually has me unmuted though.
Live, trying to figure out how to get this set. Not Bob, my mistake. Not better price available. Anyway,
we'll just slow stock on Chewy since he can't hear us.
Oh, there, I can hear you now.
Oh crap, he's onto us. It's over now, boys. It's all over.
So right before I went live, I got a call that my new graphics card got lost in shipping.
Oh, that's
fun.
Yay! What a good start.
Exactly. And then nothing on here. It says like return or replace, and like none of the options are we screwed up.
Oh my gosh. So if any of you are curious who you're hearing right now, this is Chewy, one of the hosts of Mechs on Deck, another keyboard content creation studio. If you use the Who Am I Hearing command, you'll learn a little bit more about that, as well as a link to his Twitch. Basically, the way it's working right now is we're just streaming alongside each other and chatting with each other. Very simple, very casual. You know how we do it. So pretty easy there. You can watch both streams, of course, just like I linked, or you can just watch one or the other. We should effectively have each other unmuted for most of both of our streams, so the idea is to try to kind of just interact with each other. We get a little bit of chat interaction there as well, and we're almost going to have a good time. So,
what he said, chat.
Yeah, that.
You heard him. If you guys let my chat, let me know if you can hear him. But yes.
Oh, yes. To my chat as well. If you guys can't hear Chewy very well, let me know if I need to turn him up, or if he's too loud. Let me know as well. I have music playing also, so if that's too loud or too quiet, do let me know. I know I struggled really hard yesterday with music volume. It was always either way too loud or way too quiet, apparently, and I didn't know it until like the end of the stream. It truly feels bad, man.
Beautiful keyboard content, where all you have to do is sit here and talk to Amazon Support Center.
Is that what you're doing right now?
I was seeing if I could do it on my phone really quick just to get the process started, but I think I'm gonna have to call him, and I'm not gonna call him on stream.
That's really unfortunate. That's fine. I need since you're apparently a faster builder than me, I need a handicap to get me started. So
well, I gotta show off the board.
Oh, you do that. I'm just gonna keep lubing stabs.
So...
I did a Bauer stream very recently, so most of these people have already seen all this.
There it is, look. Right here. My hands. Oof. Alright. Let's switch it on over to the desk cam. So we talked a lot about packaging. Brilliant last night. Maybe ruffled some feathers, who knows.
Oh yeah.
This was 100% me by setting something on top of it. This is not Dixie by any means. But yeah, nice box. I've already opened this and kind of poked around. As you'll see, it does not come with switches. So these are Zycos. If you want to use exclamation point Zyco in the Mechs on Deck chat, that will tell you everything you need to know. but it is a Zelio V2 bottom, a Halo stem, and a Panda housing top.
It's money, is what it is. It costs a lot of money,
but it's amazing.
I'm excited to try them.
Yeah, I'm gonna ship some out to Quakems here in the next few days.
He's gonna pop my Zyko cherry.
Hell yeah, dude. So you get this little card. That's nice. That lets you know that people are someone went through it. And then the PCB, which I did take out and look at a little bit, just to get a good feel how it was. Wilba makes great PCBs, and he designed this one. What I thought was interesting, I don't know if you had the same thought. Let me hide my face real quick. This is the back and this is the front. They look almost identical. Usually PCBs, it's pretty easy to decipher which one.
Yeah, you just look at where the SMD components are.
Exactly, but it's more hidden than normal.
It's also a little stealthy. Yeah, it's a bit stealthy.
It's compared to most PCBs. That and the fact that this is basically a fixed layout. The only real option you have are the caps lock and backspace. I don't know if you get that option on the plate.
I'm pretty sure you do not get that option on the plate. You're forced to use standard control and split backspace.
Which, okay with split backspace, not necessarily okay with standard control, but this is not my board. So, wasn't there an option for Twitch to stream together with others?
Gotta be partnered.
Yeah, but you have to be partnered.
Yeah, the squad streaming is cool, but only works if you're partnered. So, us affiliates just get left out high and dry once again.
So, then this has a daughter board, which fairly simple to input. You just, let me see if I can zoom in some. For those wondering, you just take this little plug-in piece, try and, as carefully as possible, pop it in. And I'm doing a terrible job at this. Slide it in, and boom! Now you can actually have a USB-C port on it. So, there you go. Easy peasy. So let's get to the case. With the beach towel.
The beach towel. Oh yeah, it's a huge cloth, man. It is monstrous.
Is a monster. Cyan's beautiful. It is. It is. I don't know. So, like I said, this is for my wife. And
the Bauer is your wife's?
Yes. Come on. I would not personally use a 65%.
My man.
I have been very anti 65%, although we are going to retire that. Nope, I went to the wrong screen. Hey, my face. So we're gonna retire that small kind of meme, because it might be unfair if someone comes onto the stream and hears me just ripping 65% a new one. And then they might be deterred from trying it.
That's very true. And if that recent census on RMK is anything to go by, 65% is actually the most popular layout right now.
It is growing. That is for sure.
Very, very, very popular.
But we haven't seen a lot of super duper high end 60%s really. Everything that we've gotten, we got the Leaf 60 like a year ago.
Okay.
We got the
Polaris just shipped.
The Polaris, which just shipped, is a nice one, but if we're talking about like super duper sought after and harder to obtain and things that get hyped, now that was probably the last hype 60%, but that was, what, 7 months ago? Something like that. So I think while the issue that I see is that, well, of course the Bauer is 60, am I right?
Truly the big brain board, let's be honest.
But the issue is, I think people are running into how much can you, thermal, there you go, there's a good point, thermal. But how much design can you put into a 60%? Because it's hard. It's hard to differentiate yourself as a 60% board. Harder than, say, like a 75%. And then 65%. You have a little bit more option. I'd like to see more 65 or 60%.
Same, man.
65s are hot right now, though, man. It's hard to be a 65% hater with the Bauer and the 165.
I certainly would never call myself a hater of 65%, but I much prefer 60%, both to use and aesthetically. I love the extra symmetry that you're able to achieve.
Exactly. Let's be careful. So my here's the plate, by the way. No holes.
You have a brass plate with yours, is that right?
Brass plate, yeah.
Ballin'.
So for me, I would use a 65%. And here's the, like, okay, chat, and JO2, thank you, Osiris. Can't forget about the JO2.
JO2, that's pretty hype.
Very hype. So I guess because we're recently getting a couple boards, but they're far away from group buy, whereas we have the Bauer and the Iron 165 and the Think 6.5. Those three all kind of have the Iron 16 Think 6.5 and Bauer have shipped. Iron 165 supposed to be shipping probably in the next 6 weeks. So
yeah, and that Iron 180 on the horizon
Iron
as well.
180 is
that's going to be a popular one as well.
So you can see, here's the isolation pads. Kind of hard to see on this gray. I really like this matte gray. I've been liking matte more and more, as opposed to like a true anodized.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see here the pads pre-installed, which is nice because I would screw that up super hard.
Is this your first Bauer build?
This is my first Bauer build.
So the Bauer is basically the easiest build I've ever done in my life. It's about as simple and casual as you can get for a build, and it made me really happy. There's 7 screws and that's it, and like you don't have to do anything else. Like you literally just
there is a daughter board.
Well, there's a daughter board. Well, okay,
but
yeah, that's
true.
Literally
4 screws.
Yeah, it's very easy to install. The JST gives you a lot of clearance. Yeah. It's good stuff. BrickCube, thank you so much for the 300 bits, man. Says, thanks for the content during quarantine. I appreciate that, man. I mean, that's kind of the goal, right? We have so many keyboard streamers doing their own thing right now, and everyone's kind of pumping up the level of content just because so many people are stuck at home. So we're all kind of going along with that.
Someone did say 65%. Now, once again, I'm going to, from here on out, and this was not a Dixie thing. I don't want this to come off as, oh, I'm sponsored by Dixie, so I'm not going to hate on this board. If there's something I don't like about this board, I genuinely will say it. I don't like the layout because it is not for me. This board is not for me. But I will stop hating on it as much to avoid anybody potentially. I don't want to, as a content creator, I do not want to sway someone in the wrong direction because of my own personal beliefs.
You have to be able to discern preference from quality.
Although, if you're not buying Zycos, get out.
Yeah, because I mean, make no mistake, the Bauer is a very high quality keyboard. But I gotta agree with Chew on this. It's not my preference either. I've been typing on it for last week and a half since I built it, and it's been nice. It's been enjoyable, but I still prefer a 60% personally.
I just don't need the arrows.
Yeah.
Zyko's better than all tactiles. Thank you.
I've been hearing some stuff like that lately. People seem to like them. Yeah. The hubbub, yes, that's a fantastic term. I love that.
All right, so we are using today the Duroc stabs that I have fallen in love with.
Do you go straight Duroc, or do you do this kind of Duroc Everglide hybrid thing that a lot of people are doing right now?
Straight Duroc. Man, okay, so the Everglides, all right? I had a wire pop.
Okay.
Who counted? Who's got that? Talisman Solutions with another 1,111 bits. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Tally.
That guy's the homie.
He is the realist.
He's very generous.
So, luckily it was a south-facing, so it was. All I had to do was take the plate and PCB out, and then I was able to pop it back in with some tweezers. So no, real crisis.
I've been able to fix almost every wire popping issue without having to desolder. 20 out of 21 issues I've been able to fix like that, and it's been pretty great.
Well, I have been fortunate enough to only have 2 wire pops in my life. But you have also worked on many more boards than I have.
You wouldn't be able to tell by looking at me right now, though. Oh, man.
So, but for those wondering, 205 grade 0 stabs. Pretty standard.
Yep, that's what I do too. A lot of people call it overkill, and I used to be one of those people, and to be honest, it still kind of is. But at the same time, I don't really use 205 on switches, and I have a fair amount of 205, so I'm okay allocating it for stabs, and I mean, all things considered, price aside, I think 205 is probably one of the better lubes, if not the best, to use for stabs.
I was on that dielectric grease gang.
Yeah. And I mean, that's fine too. And it's by volume, it's way cheaper. It's like pennies in comparison.
Better. I still have half a bottle, and I use it as grease for other things too.
Yeah.
But it deteriorates.
Yeah.
It gets dusty, and I was not a fan of that.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Who else is here? Osiris is here.
Osiris is there. Know? Lucky. I don't have Osiris in my chat. You're so lucky, dude.
I would be so pissed.
Holler says still lubing. It's been 24 hours. So the joke was that yesterday that I was gonna lube switches on stream and then rebuild the Bauer all yesterday, but by the time I was finally finished lubing all the switches, it had already been over 4 hours.
Oh my god.
So I was like, I'm not going to do a 6-hour stream right now, so...
I don't...
And then I remembered that you were building a Bauer today, and then I was like, hey, let's do this.
And this was something we talked about. Quakeums and I actually talked longer yesterday, or 2 days ago. Whatever day it was, I don't remember. Every day is the same. 300 bits, Mr. Alex Odos, thank you. Guys,
every day is
not checked out Alex Odos.
Oh yeah, I don't actually really know who that guy is, but I saw one of his streams once, and the quality was really high.
His quality is unmatched, in my opinion, and he is, in my opinion, one of the best talkers. Okay, no, sorry, IMEURU is the best talker, but that guy can talk. But Alex Odos, definitely one of my favorite homies right now in the keyboard build world. And so good for, he has recently started, and obviously he kind of with Nathan, had a photography background.
Yeah.
So they already had that leg up, but everything on his stream just looks so beautiful.
Yeah, I believe it. There's a lot of high quality streamers out there now. I think I was talking about it on the Bauer build stream when I first built this Bauer, where I was like a bunch of people were watching me, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm the worst build streamer right now. Between presentation, and overall quality, I have to be definitely in the bottom of build streamers right now. And I remember when that wasn't the case. I remembered it back in my day.
I remember when everybody was only using C920s.
Me too, man. I used to have a couple of this.
Hell yeah, dude. Still great for the value.
Indeed.
They just I've talked with Osiris about this so much. They just need to make like a $300 C920 that bridges the line between DSLR and webcam.
They do. Well, sort of. The one I use is the Logitech Brio, which is like a $200 4K webcam. I got mine used for like $160 in Amazon warehouse deals or something, but
like they need to have one that maybe you can do these tinier lenses that are more focused on, like, you could have interchangeable lenses with this specific one and then just make them all, what's the word?
Compatible?
Proprietary.
Oh, proprietary.
Just for that. And just do like, have a couple. Have a wide angle, have a standard, and have a zoom. And then you get the standard, and then if you want a wide angle, you can buy that as an extra. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. White when keyless. What is that? I am confused on where the white when keyless.
Man, the C3 housings have such a tight clip for the wires.
I used the C3 once, and the plate that I used them with did not cooperate, so it squeezed them some. And then I have just not. I haven't had a hot swap PCB in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Well, I have one, but it's the KBD6X, so it doesn't fit in a lot of boards. So I just haven't done a hot swap build where I can test stuff, and then a lot of stuff's just out of stock, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we're about half an hour in, and I still haven't given away a game, so I'm gonna give away a game real quick.
Oh yeah, dude. Gamers unite.
This is going to be a very fast and very painless giveaway. Just like yesterday, if you guys were here, I'm just going to enter... I'm basically just going to put the game's name in chat, and then all you have to do is copy that. And it's going to be really easy. So this one is just going to be for Owlboy. Of course, just like yesterday, these are all Steam keys, unless specified otherwise, but I think I only have Steam keys left, so... there you go. So all you have to do is type Owlboy in chat, and I'll give that a few minutes, then I'll roll it, and we'll have a winner, and I'll DM you your code. Easy peasy.
Oh yeah, dude.
And of course, just like yesterday...
Pop over to Top Clack's chat real quick and throw in...
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, the whole idea is just to kind of, encourage people to stay inside, stay isolated, stay quarantined. And, a lot of people don't have a whole lot of money right now, and they don't have maybe a whole lot of games, but they have a lot of free time. So the idea is we can give out some games and people can have something to play. We gave out quite a few games yesterday, including Doom Eternal, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, I'll give that a few minutes, guys. Feel free to jump in, and of course, all of you Mechs on Deck people can come over here and open up this stream as well. Have both open, potentially win some codes.
That's side by side, man.
Heck yeah. We're all a family here. Doesn't matter whether you watch Mechs on Deck or Top Clack or anyone else, really.
Oh, that hurt.
That sounded painful.
That was my thumb. Are there some good upcoming 65% boards? Upcoming, there is, I can't remember the name of it, but the magnet one that Jay's working on.
The Lodestone, yeah.
The Lodestone.
Also the Vega.
The Vega.
And Valkyrie.
And the Jewels. Is that right?
Jewels currently running.
Yes, currently running. So there are a couple. Space 65 round 2.
Alex Zotos in my chat as well donates 200 bits and says, "I love your wrist rest." Thank you so much, man. I'm rocking my my Chi wrist rest that I got from round 8 of the Geekhack Romeo Tran group buy. They're all hand painted and then sealed. I absolutely love it. It works so much better on a 65% too. This is supposed to be like a 60-65% size, but it's a little too big for a lot of 60%.
Jules. It's Jules, like Jules.
As in Jules Verne, the iconic author.
And then I don't know the details yet, but if you want to go like hard in the paint, the number 265 is coming soon.
I really want to get a number 260 or a number 160.
Yeah.
Or a number, if there's going to be a number 260, I probably want one of those as well.
I imagine they're going to do a number 260, but I also think that they might do a number 360. Because they're doing number 3.
I haven't actually seen what the number 3 looks like yet.
And I feel like they would have done a 160 or a 260 and a 265. But I think that part of me thinks that they're going to do a 3, like a 3 TKL and then a 360. Because then that can be like key code 360 for the memes. Because if I know anything about Key Cult, is that they like memeing.
They do, but they're serious when they need to be. So
they absolutely are.
You gotta respect that.
Right on the Bay and Jorge are some of the nicest people.
I completely agree. All right, have you completely lapped me yet? I'm not quite done lubing stabs.
I am getting there. I'm on the wires.
As chat knows, this is clearly a race. So.
Okay. Well, easy.
Kidding.
No, dude, it's gonna. So I have to take because Zycos. So for those who are interested in building Zycos, here's everything that's wrong with them.
Yes, I love the opening of this sentence.
So, one, they're incredibly expensive because you have to buy 2, potentially 3 switches just to get them together, and those switches are not cheap. So, first and foremost, let's just get that out of the way. It costs a lot. 2, while Panda tops and Zelio V2 bottoms are compatible, Zelio V2 tops and Panda bottoms are not compatible. So the only thing you really get from them is Zelio stems, which you can then buy more Pandas and make Xandas, or just have a bunch of Zelio stems for something else. I don't know. And then last but not least, well, I guess, okay, the housing takes a little bit to make sure you get that in place. And then the big one is that, so Zelio and most Gatoron tops have these little blockers that keep the leaf in place, where something like Pandas do not have that blocker because the leaf is just held in place by the actual bottom part of the switch. Because those blockers are not there on the Panda top, those leaves can actually just poke through. And so if you're not careful, the legs of the Zelio V2 bottom can catch onto the PCB, and it will push the leg into the leaf, thus destroying the leaf. And then you have a nice linear switch. So yeah, you just have to be really careful.
Very nice. All right, I just rolled for my giveaway. It looks like Iredius has won this one. So if you're still here, feel free to PM me on Discord or Twitch. Twitch's PM service is called Whisper, so you can use that as well. And either way, I will get your code to you. And don't worry, lots of games to give away still, both on this stream and other upcoming streams.
Funny enough, Arcto top fit Yak bottoms. There you go. Starstone. Hello, Mr. Starstone.
That's Dr. Starstone to you.
Dr. Starstone. It's actually Sergeant Starstone.
Sergeant
Starstone.
I like it.
So let's see. Lansky's here. Lansky's a part of the Church of Zyko.
That's great. Oh, you didn't enter the giveaway? What the heck? Nightbot says you entered. Interesting. All right. Well, let me go ahead and re-roll that. Apparently. All right. Let's try this again. We'll give people another minute too. If you want to win Owlboy, just type Owlboy in the chat. Free game code. It's not case sensitive.
Who doesn't like free games?
Yeah, Owlboy is actually supposed to be really good too. It's been on my my list for a while.
I have not played it, but I have watched it. Ooh. And I enjoyed when Funhouse played it.
Oh yeah.
I played recently. We did the open. My buddies and I did the open beta of Predator.
Okay.
And it was fun for like 4 games. And then it loses. It's one of those games where it's like 1v4, where you have someone.
Oh, like yeah. What was that like popular one that
Dead by Daylight?
That was supposed to be like really good, but flopped.
Freddy versus Jason one. So, you know, it was free. It was a free open beta. So I was like, I had a good 2 hours out of it. Wouldn't recommend. I think it's on the Epic Store. But yeah.
Alright, I got a fresh PCB and palm plate here. This is going to be exciting.
Let's get these stabs screwed in and see how we did. Slap the bass, Rit.
What is that from? Is that Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Slap of the bass? Yes.
Okay.
No, it's from I Love You, Man. The greatest.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
But both Paul Rudd movies.
I'm a big fan of Paul Rudd, I gotta be honest.
Paul Rudd is probably my favorite comedic actor. And when I remember a lot of people are upset when they casted him for Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And I just remember like thinking like, no, he's gonna do a great job, because Marvel, like, while it's action, Marvel is like really good at taking very serious moments and throwing in like small little comedic moments. And I mean, literally in Ant-Man, like in Civil War, he was just comedic relief. That was his entire role in the movie.
Yeah.
But that's Paul Rudd.
That is indeed Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is the man.
Oh, I should roll this giveaway before I start taking this board apart. Alright. Quite a few people in there now. I'm going to go ahead and roll it. Existentially Yours is our new Owlboy winner. So feel free to go ahead and ping me on Twitch using the Whisper feature, which is their DM service. Or if you don't want to work with that, you can go ahead and ping me on Discord as well. Though I might ask you to prove your account if you ping me on Discord.
What's up, TFF Cypher?
And then I'll reply it with your game code. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy is right. Alright. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. This seems so wrong.
But feels so right. Alright. Quakeums, have you made your stabilizer checking Ziploc bag yet? Because you should.
My what?
It's for those watching who build a lot, you probably have 1 or 2 sets where you might have some accent enters or some non-accent enters laying around. For me, it is the ugly white from Lime spacebar, and then the Text Legends mods from Minimal. And you just throw them in a little Ziploc bag to test your stabs so you don't have to dig through. And you get to keep the surprise of what cap set's going on if you stream. So I just have a little baggie that's got my stabilized keys. Spare stabilized keys to check stabs. Highly recommend. Alright, let's see how we do. Oh damn, mod view is sick.
You are very welcome, by the way. Existential yours. No problem at all. Hopefully you enjoy that. Alright, let's see what my chat's saying. I've been ignoring my chat a little bit,
Yeah,
and
I feel like I'm talking to you more than chat.
Yeah,
I wish this was...
Which is okay.
What is mod view?
Mod view? I have no idea what mod view is.
Mod view is sick. I think we got the stabs down. How's that? Ooh. Crisp.
Wow, that's pretty crisp.
It's the glory of the Zyko. Alright, let's make sure they're not rattling in the plate. Well, I just made a really stupid mistake.
Nice.
Sitting here panicking, trying to fucking squeeze a plate over the top of a switch.
I think it's safe to say we've all been there.
Like, I feel like if someone came up in person and was like, hey, just build a board, I would build it flawlessly. But I'm on stream. So it's like...
Yeah, dude.
Everything is going to go wrong.
Yeah. When I started live streaming, I was like, oh man, everything's gonna be great, nothing will ever go wrong. And then you start streaming, you're like, wait a minute, everything goes wrong. Mod view is odd. What is mod view?
I think it's like
new
what
Twitch
mods see.
I see, okay. Interesting. So, as my chat can see here, I'm going to be swapping out the aluminum plate configuration here. I'm just going to leave this particular JST in here because there's literally no reason for me to remove it. But I'm going to be swapping that out for this nice, beautiful palm plate, in which I believe the heart actually lines up in the PCB on this one, if I'm not mistaken. Heart under the space bar. I'll show you once I open this PCB, guys. It'll be glorious, of course.
Yup. Alright, let's see how these sound. With the plate. Solid, cannot complain.
Mono Man is asking, how would I rate stabs best to worst? Oh man.
So that's tough.
I think the way I would say it would be, I would assume like Zeal would probably be kind of at the top, but like I feel like most people don't really buy Zeal stabs just because of how expensive they are. But if I could use Zeal stabs on every build, I probably would. But I usually just go with the GMK, but obviously they've been having issues lately. I kind of have a backstock, so I'm still kind of going through GMK stabs, so I have no issues personally. But, I mean, it seems some people are okay with the Duroc stabilizers. Some people maybe not quite as okay with the C3 stabilizers these days. What I've been doing here on this build and on the last configuration of the Bauer is actually a hybrid system of C3 and Duroc. So it uses Everglide inserts, which are, of course, JWK Duroc, and then it uses C3 housings. I'm actually not sure which wire these come from, so not sure there. These were sent to me like this, so People are trying to start to get kind of hybridized with it, similar to how a lot of people treat switches. You just kind of pull parts from other switches and put them together, and now people are kind of starting to do that with stabilizers because there isn't really like a de facto amazing stabilizer option in our community because, to be honest, all stabs are bad.
All stabs are rough.
All stabs are bad.
Yeah, I would put Duroc at the top of my list solely because I think when I'm making that decision, I don't ever count Zeal because I'm never going to spend that much money on.
Yeah.
If I can get if Zeal is 100%, I can get a GMK that at least old stock GMK to 98% at a tenth of the price. And while Zeals are great, they're fun and they are extremely smooth and easy to work with. I just think Duroc kind of hits it in that price range, and it's just I haven't had any issues with the Duroc ones that I've had.
Yeah. All right, so like my chat is pointing out, this PCB is a little curved, just like the last one is. I just corrected it quite a bit, but the plate will fix the rest of the way, so I'm not going to worry too much about it.
I noticed that too, but I think most PCBs nowadays, the only one that I remember seeing that wasn't was the WT60, and I think that was in part due to the relief cuts.
Yeah, I think that probably helps a little bit. I sure do love that WT60, though, I gotta be honest.
Oh yeah, that's probably my favorite PCB, if I had to put a favorite.
Same.
How are those Duroc stabs? Duroc stabs, A+ in my opinion. If someone was to get stabs right now, I would say get Duroc.
I haven't actually used Duroc stabs yet by themselves without just having other parts added to it. So I actually don't have much of an answer, so I will defer to Chewy's better experience on that one.
But I still have like the older GMK ones, and I think those work fantastic.
Gotcha.
So I am slapping the base. Indeed, Delphin gifting 2 tier 1 subs. Thank you. I'm gonna get. Oh, is Willio in chat? Willio, if you're in chat, let me know. Ooh, another new sub. Auto live. Oh, that was. Yeah. Thank you very much. It is so messy on my desk right now. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I usually have like a 20-minute cleaning session after every build stream.
All right, so Kinnick's here though. Hey, what's up, Dixie Mac? Here, let's hit you with that. Which one is it? I'm still remembering. There it is.
Dixie in my chat as well. Dixie being the big brain user and watching both of us.
Yeah, dude. Split screen life, bro.
What a guy.
Can put lube up. All right, so real quick, shout out to Kinnick. So I even offered to Quakems. I did not originate this idea because Huey did this with one of my buddies. But especially now, since I'm kind of at a standstill of not working, instead of doing like lubing for payment, just send me snacks, fun snacks. And I've never tried this before. Calpico, am I saying that correct? Someone phonetically type that. And it's lychee. I do know how to say lychee from my wife. So let's try it.
Good old lychee.
Good old
Bauer's everywhere. That's right.
This ramen place close to us has lychee sake. That's amazing.
That sounds delightful, I gotta be honest.
I'll save you some, Osiris. Don't worry.
That sounds delightful. Alright.
Ooh. That's delicious. Never mind. I'm not going to save you any, Osiris. like the original copy. So here I got sent this and an original one. So I've got a lot of stuff to bring you, Osiris, because he hooked it up. So shout out to Kennick, thank you, and I will get you your Switches ASAP.
Shout out to the 69 viewers I have.
Nice.
I don't know why, but we so often have 69 viewers. It's like, it's way more common than I feel like it should be. People are like, oh, there's 68 now, or 68, I gotta get in there. And the next guy is like, oh, I'd make it 70, I can't watch now.
Shit, gotta leave.
Yeah. Ready is asking, does the Bauer use a Wilba PCB? Colors the same as M60A I had. Yeah, so I think Chewy showed it off as well, but I'll show off my PCB. You can tell some branding there. You got the Dixie branding, the Wilba branding, and the Bauer branding all right there on the bottom. And on the top, you kind of have the same thing. Bauer, Wilba, and a Dixie. Although Dixie's kind of covered up by the right stab.
Hammering it. That's delicious. Immediately puts away. Doesn't take another sip. You got a solder fan? I do have one. It's right here. I'm just doing the preliminary few soldering. I like to get those anchor switches in. Janky Render, welcome. Yep. Bauer, excited. I'm more excited. So my wife has been on a Tokyo 60 for a long time. In between that and a 5 degree. And
then you decided to be a good husband and buy her like a really nice board.
Get that Bauer life.
What a good husband.
I remember she like quietly was like, I just want to let you know that I actually prefer 65%.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I
just threw my wedding ring at her.
Wow. Yeah, my girlfriend took my Sirius. Like she's had my Sirius for weeks now. And I'm just like,
big brain.
Bro, like come on.
Big brain. But no, so when Zycos were made, it was made out of boredom and switches laying around. And then I made them and I threw them in a tofu, and I was like, these are fantastic. And then something went wrong with one of her boards. And so I said, well, do you want to try using this for a little bit? And she typed on it for a second, and she was like, oh my god, and just grabbed it and put it on her desk. And I was like, I will take that as a yes. And she said, I love these switches. And those were the Zycos that wound up being in my Fiel. And then for a long time, she's like, oh, I want a Zyco board. And I'm like, we will get you one. I just don't know when. And then the Bauer presented itself. So, all right, got those in. Time for some switches. My wife lets me use box pinks. She uses box jades, so she has like a unicorn vomit build. It's like the mass drop rainbow fade caps, and those are fun. And then it's got like it's got like a space bar that actually has a unicorn on it that KVD fan sold on an acrylic 5 degree. So all the rainbow.
I recently built my girlfriend a computer, and so she's kind of like she's been like a gamer for a long time. Like she's had computers and stuff, but like I built her a new system, and I was like, all right, well now like I'll get her a keyboard or something. So she's been kind of like going through my collection, and like every week she'll take like a different board, and she'll try it out for a little bit.
To the Sirius.
Yeah, then she got to the Sirius, and like she's had that for a couple weeks. And every time I try to bring it up, she just like kind of sidesteps the conversation, and I'm just like, like, is this actually happening right now?
Totally jacked.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna wind up taking.
Going on the Bauer? No. So those rainbow keycaps will not be going on the Bauer. They do not support the Bauer, or the Bauer. It is not compatible. But the I showed her. I remember messaging Jay the same night that Midnight Rainbow was announced, and I like ran into the other room and I was like, oh, because she doesn't like white caps, she likes darker caps, and so I like ran into the other room. I was like, oh my god, they're making Midnight Rainbow, and she was like, when? And I was like, a very long time from now, but soon. Bobby McBobby. That's a great name.
Oh, I always love that username.
Bobby McBobby. Let's see.
Sire123 is asking if Top Clack is still not a fan of QMK. Well, QMK has come a long way in the last 2 years, and I will say that QMK is probably the de facto firmware in our custom community these days, and I am a big fan of it. Now because they have the online programmer, it makes it a lot easier, and Mech Merlin, who has worked very closely with QMK, has an amazingly well-designed tutorial on his YouTube channel. So I think QMK is a lot easier to use now than it was, 2 or 3 years ago. And I think because of that, QMK has kind of taken the front seat, and I'm okay with it.
Got the big oof from my wife, Kinnick, on the lychee drink. We're gonna probably have to order a case now. For those who haven't figured it out, Abracadaniel in my chat in mod chat is my wife. Surprise.
Big surprise.
They sell 10 minutes. Are you talking about 99 Ranch? I'm sure they sell them at 99 Ranch. But if I had, I think my first complaint is I think the plate. Now, this is maybe an unfair judgment because Zycos are pretty already hard to fit in, but plate's a little tight. Plate is, at least the brass plate, is pretty snug. I don't know how the palm or aluminum plate was.
Well, I mean, this is my first time doing the Bauer with the palm plate, but the aluminum plate, like I mentioned earlier, is legitimately one of the smoothest builds I've ever done in my life. The Bauer really makes building pretty easy, I gotta admit. With that said, palm plate is obviously going to be a little bit more flexible, so it might be a little hard to work with.
My thumb's looking pretty red right now.
Okay, that's good. Maybe that gives me a chance to catch up, because I haven't checked it in a while, but you're probably ahead of me, I assume. You are.
I believe
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll lap you, because putting these switches in this is really not that bad.
Yeah, and I have to just be careful, because Zycos. Calpico makes a bunch of other flip. Son of a...
You actually have sets. Oh my lord! This is why Top Clack is so much worse than Mexon.
Yeah, right.
I wish I was smart enough to make that shit. I'm so dumb.
That's just on the Go XLR, man.
Is it?
I'll send you a link. This thing's amazing.
I've been thinking about getting something like a Stream Deck too.
Yeah. I use my Nano Bento so I can at least subconsciously be like, you didn't waste your money on this. You didn't waste your money.
I use my M6A for some like hotkeys and stuff like that, but I kind of want to get something with like a little bit more of a dedicated purpose.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here's this one. This plate is, in fact. Sorry, Lang had to join us in chat real quick.
Lang would join yours before mine too. What a guy!
Oh no, he's all of our like voice everything. He did like all this voice work for us.
Oh really?
He was just like, "I'll do it."
Dude, that guy is so amazing.
I've got one with that just says "Wild Bill," pew pew, and I said in chat, I was like, "Hey, Lang, could you make a voice script that just says Wild Bill, pew pew?" And all I heard was the disconnect sound.
Hold my beer.
Pretty much.
That's so him. That's so him.
Some of the switches kind of look tilted. Are you able to fix them? I will go back and look at them. But that's also just kind of how Zycos are.
Buying a Stream Deck as a keyboard builder seems so wrong, says Sire. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly one way to look at it. That's certainly one way.
I definitely have that thought, but like Eric has one, Osiris has one. And,
yeah. Yeah, I was talking to him about it a while back, and he's like, it's so convenient.
It's not really blowing anything away, but like it's just easy. It's one of those things that like it just works.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Like I kind of like in that sense, like I'm still kind of new to it, so I need something that holds my hand like that, honestly. All right, I'm starting to pick up the pace here. Chris Toffer says, new here, I can always use some more keyboard content in my life. Well, welcome. Glad you're here, man. Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Not as bad as the TX75 V2, though.
Is it as bad as the Singa brass plate?
Ugh, don't know. Haven't built a Singa. But I had to go through... Okay, so...
That was one of those builds where your thumb hurts, not just the next day, but the day after.
Yeah, that's how my thumbs were literally in pain for 4 days. So, chat, these... Where are they? Come on. So let's... Where are my tweezers? Here, I'm going to grab another switch because those are hard to look at. Well, I do. I have one over here. Alright, so, chat, for those interested, these little clips, these little bumpy parts right here, are what hold the... That's what snaps into the plate. And Osiris and I had to go through and snip those off just to be able to get the switches into the plate. It literally... It was the longest build I've ever done.
Oh, man. I did an 8-hour build stream one time.
Jesus Christ.
Where, like, I lubed switches and I built 2 boards, if I'm not mistaken. It was right when Zelios V2 launched. It was...
Revolutionary times, man. I remember when I got mine and I was like, holy shit.
It was a weird stream, too, because it felt so fast, but, like, I looked up and I was at, like, 6 hours. I was like, holy shit! Nice. Even this palm plate is actually pretty good to work with. Do you have a recommended source for GPL 105? I use eBay. I pay about $30 and that gets you like an ounce, and I think I did that, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, and I still have quite a bit left.
Would I rather ink yellows or ink blacks? I haven't tried the yellows, but based on spring weight, I would go with ink blacks.
Aren't the yellow Gaterons a box switch, the ink?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah,
it's like split box.
I've heard some not so nice things about them.
That's just more plastic on plastic rubbing. Whoa. This did not get desoldered well. The more switches that I can save from this build, the more I can send to Quakems.
Heck yeah. Well, I only need like 1 or 2 realistically. But I'll take as many as you're willing to send me.
So these, for those interested, have 78 gram springs. That is what I recommend. And I just use the ones from Zelios because hot take, maybe I don't know. I like Zelios springs. I know some people like hate them.
Yeah, I think they're fine. So many people complain about pinging, but like once I lube them, I don't notice it at all.
Never had issues.
I notice the ping when they're stock, but when they're lubed, I don't notice the ping at all. So like, and I always lube my springs anyway. So like against me, it's always a moot point. So I don't know. People give Zeal a lot of like they give him a bad rap for a lot of things, and for some things he might deserve it, but I don't know. I think Zeal Springs are probably fine, honestly. People kind of overreact. Like, if your spring pings, just lube it. Like, come on, it's 2020. Everyone's lubing their keyboards nowadays, anyways.
If you don't have lubed creams, get out. Let's see. I had some. Wasn't a fan of the yellow inks. Too light, exactly. I like those heavy boys because most of the time I'm spring swapping anyway. So like Azalea, which is funny because I've talked to Osiris about this. I'm actually kind of falling out of love with Zelio V2s because of the sound and lack thereof.
Interesting. I love the way my Zelio build feels and sounds. But mine's the Kepler, and it uses a palm plate, so... in other scenarios, sure, it probably doesn't sound as good.
Yeah, I just went for the cloth seats in my Mercedes Benz. It still gets the job done.
Oh man, fantastic!
But the sound, I mean, that's why Zycos came about, because I've just put a Halo stem in the Zelio, which is not life-changing by any means. People have done that before. But I was like, cool, this still doesn't fix the sound.
Yeah.
And that's why the Panda top is on top, because of the sound.
I need you to start this Psycho Revolution a little bit faster so people can, like, never message me again about Holy Pandas.
I've been freaking trying, man. Church of Zyko is a thing.
Because I've never even used a Zyko, but I can already assume it's better than a Holy Panda.
I like it more than a Holy Panda. I think that it is smoother and it takes less. Oh shit! It takes less lube to make it really smooth, and it's all bump.
Yeah, good. I love that. It's my favorite.
When you bottom out, it's at the bottom of the bump.
That's fantastic, man.
Cream's great for gaming, while 67 grams Zelio's great for coding. I can see that.
It's always preference, man. Just like when someone asks, like, what's the best switch for gaming? It's like, there's not really an answer.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah, whatever you feel the most comfortable on.
Although I will sway people away from using box navies for gaming.
There are switches that I do think are better or worse for gaming, but, I mean, like, unless you're talking about, like, a pretty high competitive level, you're going to be noticing, like, pretty small, negligible differences at best.
Whatever you play on the now, if you're someone who types on a light spring linear, then you're probably not going to like a heavy tactile for gaming, and vice versa. Boy howdy. Grubster, that's an awesome name. Stash, what's going on?
Boy howdy. Redius asking if we trim our Halo stems. I do not.
Nope.
That's kind of the defining characteristic that a lot of people like about them, honestly, is the fact that they give you that insanely harsh bottom out with that mega loud clack. I think that's one of the reasons why people like stuff like Holy Pandas.
I'm not feeling this song. What do we got next? Miramar Sunset. Are there any good light tactility switches besides browns? I would go for lilacs, if you could find lilacs. Lilacs, I think, are in between a V1 and V2 Z.
It's effectively a recolored T1, which I would kind of agree with that anyway. I don't know if I'd necessarily call it in between the V1 and V2 Zelio, but I would say it's kind of like a cut down Zelio V2.
Yeah.
I usually call it like a Zelio Light, or like a Diet Zelio.
Diet Zelio V2.
Yeah.
Drifting Bunnies, some of these are, yes.
Yeah, I actually have the T1s in this Brutal 60 right here, too. Filmed and lubed.
There you go. So these switches were actually previously in a Baka. Drifting Bunnies lubed them, and then I got them off of him, and then made a handful more to make sure I had enough. And I haven't checked my hopefully I haven't ruined pins. But if, for whatever reason, if you have Zelio V2s in a board already, and you're like, I wouldn't mind. I would desolder Zelios and use those before using new ones. For whatever reason, the legs of a previously soldered V2 hold up better because it just adds a little extra to the. It just adds a little bit more. Is the Lilac better than the T1? I think they sound better. I think you should film them. I think Osiris was dead on.
Osiris doesn't think you should film T1s?
No, he thinks he should.
Oh.
You should film Lilacs.
I gotta agree with Osiris then. I think the benefit for filming most JWK/Durock switches is noticeable. I used the T1s for a while without films, and then I filmed them, and it was like, it honestly was pretty much night and day. With that said, obviously you don't need to, but just preference at that point.
Ooh, we're like at the same spot.
Really, I'm retesting my stabilizers before I do any kind of soldering.
You know what? Not the worst idea. I'm probably gonna tidy everything up next to me after, right before I solder.
Alright, looking and sounding good.
How do Holy Panda switches compete to Lilac Zeal V2? They, tactility-wise, I think Holy Pandas are better than Lilacs. They are more tactile, in my opinion. I think Zelio V2s are just a smidge more tactile. I think that they're sharper and more crisp than a Zelio V2, where Zelio V2 has a little bit longer of a drawn-out bump. But Holy Pandas sound better than both of those switches. So, in my opinion. That's Amaranth PC. Let's tighten this area up. Well, I have HP on pre-order. So the new Holy Pandas, I am curious to know how they're going to sound, because they are using a different top. But they're still going to be fun. I would recommend, if they're using the same springs, I would recommend changing the springs, as the drop springs I was not a fan of.
I'm just, if everyone's wondering what the heck I'm doing right now, I'm kind of just checked to make sure all the switches line up. I always feel really goofy doing this to look stupid on stream, but I'm making sure all the switches line up by just eyeing down the line there, and I correct anything that isn't corrected. And then I go through the back here and I make sure all the switch pins are poking through the holes, so just minor consistency things that can make builds a lot better. Alright, all my switches are looking good, no bent pins.
What springs should you get? That, my friend, is a good question. And what switches have you tried? That is the only way I can truly give you an option.
Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I actually forgot to grab my soldering mat, so I'm going to go grab that real quick so I don't have to solder directly onto this test mat. I'll be back in like 3 or 4 seconds.
Only Zelio V2s and browns, which you said 67 gram. I would go, I want to say the Novel Keys one's 68 gram. I would go with those if you want something similar. If you don't mind a little bit heavier of a type, I would recommend the 74 gram. I think the 74 gram springs from Novel Keys is a fantastic spring build.
Novel Keys springs, they have such unique weights. I love it.
It's
like, where else have you seen 74?
And they're good.
And they're good. And they're good.
I have loved 74 grams. Who is that? Chris Topher. Thank you for the follow, dude.
I'm gonna catch up on
Superman's brother.
I'm gonna catch up on a couple questions here in my chat. Follow up to the 105 recommended source question. As far as I'm aware, the oils don't have grades like the greases do, but I'm not sure. I've never looked into it. I've always just used whatever the GPL 105 is that I found on eBay, as long as it's Crytox branded. Let's see. Chris Tuffer is asking, what are your favorite stabs? Fix C3 is up for group buy right now, and I'm not able to decide between them and some others. I haven't tried the fixed C3, but I'd be very inclined to do so. I don't really know. Stabs are kind of an anomaly in the community right now. I feel like none of them are amazing, but like most of them are pretty usable. Seems like Duroc is pretty trusted these days, but I'd be interested in trying some of the new C3s. Sire asking if I still play poker these days. I do not play. Well, that's a lie. I do technically still play, but I don't play like professionally anymore or anything like that. But I kind of play just recreationally here and there.
I got Scott Water asks, any thoughts on Progressive Springs? I have 73 gram thick Fox on the way. Really enjoyed 68. I have not tried them. It is not something that I've personally tried. I'm someone who's kind of stuck in his ways. Once I find something I really like, I stick to it. I try and venture out, but it's just without a hot swap PCB at this moment. I haven't been super experimental as I would have liked to be, but also a lot of times a lot of the Progressive Springs don't get up to the higher weights as much as I would like, and so I just don't try them. And then someone said TX Springs, solid.
TX Springs also have that option for that tray, that like lube tray thing, which is like honestly kind of cool.
I love it, and their oil I mix. So I have this tub that I never clean. Sprit's still a thing. I don't know. I think you can get it from Oko, but I use that oil that comes in the TX, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. It's just magic TX oil, and so I use that 3203 and 205 grade 0, and I just kind of throw it all in this jar. And I never clean it, and then whatever I'm feeling that day, I just add a little of that and lube my springs, and I have yet to be upset with my spring lubing.
Alright, who's ready to win another game before I start soldering? Going for Resident Evil Revelations at this point. Which I've never played, but I do like Resident Evil games.
Sprit's little thing. What set is that desk pad from? It is not from a set. It's supposed to look like a doormat. Let me zoom out more.
All right. If anyone
home sweet home.
If anyone wants to win Resident Evil Revelations, feel free to type Resident Evil in chat. Not case sensitive. Of course, this extends to the Mechs on Deck viewers as well. If you guys want to hop over for a second and try to win a game, feel free. If not, that is more than okay as well. I'm gonna solder a couple rows and we'll draw for that. So give it a few minutes. Did you start soldering yet, Chewy?
Yeah, I'm on second row.
Oh, you're ahead of me then. Darn it! If I win, it's a race. If I lose, it's not a race.
That was my dad and Solder Bros, man. Right there, Delphin's Solder Shrine. That was my dad's. My dad would frequently ask me to compete in athletic abilities, and I always asked him why, and he said, "Because I have nothing to lose."
I'm just remembering now that I didn't actually test this PCB.
If this PCB doesn't work, it's 100% Dixie's fault.
Yeah. I don't ever make mistakes, so... /S.
What temp do you solder at? I have the same iron. I solder at 660 degrees.
That's Fahrenheit, I assume.
Yes. I am not melting my way to the Earth's core. No, 660 is a little on the toasty side, but I don't like touching the pad that much. I like keeping it kind of quick. So I found that it was much faster to just go. Let me move this operation over here so I can get a little more centered on the camera. What are the odds that the PCB is a lemon? High. Sorry if you guys can hear that fan.
Well, no, the odds of the PCB being a lemon are like probably like sub 5%, I would imagine.
Solder at 666. For anyone wondering, 660 Fahrenheit is 348 Celsius. Thank you, Mr. Delafin. I expect nothing less from the solder bro himself.
Well, in that case, I also prefer that temperature because I solder at 350 Celsius.
There you go. I think a lot of people will say, 600, but that's just I still think that's too much time for the iron to be on the PCB. And if it's a good PCB, it won't matter.
It depends on the quality of the pads. Yeah.
If it's a rough PCB,
I mean,
you are not going to be able to use it more than once.
Yeah, this board, I would assume, is probably using a very, very high quality PCB. Wilba, obviously, arguably the best PCB designer in the community. So I really expect this to be totally fine.
You know, I was talking about it recently. There really aren't that many bad PCBs anymore.
That's true.
I have seen. I've seen some one-offs that have done rough work.
That's because, like, nowadays in our hobby, like, we actually have electrical engineers making the PCBs.
Yeah.
Like, versus, like, people kind of just try to, like, freestyle it, you know?
Like, I've used some of Wilba's PCBs. I've used some of Gondo's PCBs. I've used a PCB designed by Blind Assassin. I mean, the worst PCB I've ever had, which I had about 7 of them, was the DZ60 Rev 2. That was rough.
DZ60 had a rough launch. Yeah, the first one wasn't very good
had a
either.
rough life.
Yeah.
But even the 4 is not bad anymore. I mean,
and I think they're USB-C now too, and they're like just like $30.
USB-C, and they're like it's like 30 or 35. Like, so if you're like buying a bunch, then like honestly that's the way to go. It's still Swiss cheese, but if you don't care about that, then knock yourself out.
Yeah, I just like Wilba PCBs because, like, there's always some, like, this is going to sound really stupid, but obviously our hobby's kind of in that direction anyways, but, like, Wilba PCBs just always give you, like, a more elegant, sexy appearance.
Yep.
Like, they just look better. Everything looks more, like, cohesive.
I still think my favorite looking PCB is the Zeal 60 Rev 4.
Which I believe is a Wilba PCB.
It is. And I like that he added, like, which key is what on the back. I love that. I'm like, please give me more of that.
Yeah, that was big brain, because as soon as I saw that for the first time when I built one, I was like, why doesn't everyone do this?
Everyone, at least the bottom row. Like, if anything, at least the bottom row, please. Like, because he's got them even labeled out to, like, hey, if you're using 1.5 mods, use these. I'm like, oh my god. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, Wilba's actually in my chat? What the heck?
Oh,
you stalking me? That's funny.
No. He's no, don't do it. No.
No. My bad.
Wilba, I'm going to hire you to build me a PCB that just has giant block letters under each, on both sides. It just says what switch it's or what key it's supposed to be. And then shortly after, I'll file for bankruptcy. Because he will charge me out the door to do something he would hate doing. Some older PCBs suck. That is so true.
Make Nova's asking if they work better. I mean, it depends on the feature set, right? I think as long as the PCB is fully functional as it's described, then, a lot of them work fairly the same in my experience. But then again, I'm not an electrical engineer, so I don't really know. But like, if you get two fully functioning PCBs side by side that are like both USB-C, both QMK, and both 60%, then like you might not be able to tell a whole lot of differences once you finish the build. From there, it's just like what firmware do they use and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, I was doing a giveaway. Let me roll the winner of this. I'll give people another minute. Resident Evil, guys. Resident Evil Revelations. If you want to win that, type Resident Evil in chat, and I'll wait a couple minutes, and I'll roll it.
Think about it. PCBs are somehow the most and least important part of the keyboard. It's the only thing that's
true. The PCB's like
your keyboard.
The PCB's like a modern marvel, and people are like going crazy over like switches, which is like 60, 70-year-old technology. I love it. Gotta love it.
But it's very rare when you hop in. Now, like some boards like the Bauer or like, custom one-offs, you don't say the PCB, but a lot of people won't list. If it's like not a normal PCB, people won't list the PCB and like, hey, I got this build. Some people do, but it's often just kind of passed by. And I find that to be hilarious because people work very, very hard on PCB design.
I saw Heine actually started a series, an episodic series on his YouTube and Twitch, about PCB design. And if nobody here has ever watched Heine Bush stream PCB design before, prepare to have your mind blown, man, because that was some shit. That was good quality content. I wonder if Wilma does streams too. I feel like that kind of stuff is like what this community is lacking. Like, we obviously have a lot of streamers now, but most of it is like keyboard building, which is cool and all, but like it'd be kind of cool to see like the deeper stuff that like the regular users can't necessarily do themselves, like PCB design, case design, things like that.
Let's see.
All right, I'm gonna roll this giveaway.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
What we got.
Let's see. Kaz-san won the giveaway. There you go. Very nice. Kaz_san. If you go ahead and message me on Twitch using the DM feature, the whisper feature as they call it, I will reply to you with your game code. So please feel free to do that. Otherwise, I'll re-roll it in a few minutes if this person is not here.
Let's see how. Oh yeah. Where is it? Watch you render where your computer catches on fire. Will do. Be right back.
Fantastic.
Watch catastrophic failure. Alright, let's get out of the way.
Oh, people are asking me what my brass sponge is. This is nothing fancy. This is just a simple little Hako F99B, but it has a little brass sponge in there effectively, and this kind of cleans off the tip. So that's what it's there for. Basic soldering. Alright, well I still haven't gotten a message from Kaz-san yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll this giveaway. I think this user might have left already. Let's go ahead and roll it again. Felix914 is our new winner here. So again, message me on Twitch, please, and I will reply with your game code if you are here. And if you're not, I will re-roll again. I've never actually played Revelations, but I'm a pretty big fan of the Resident Evil franchise, to be honest with you. Resident Evil 4 and 5 are incredible. 4 changed the game, man. Literally. Yeah, that giveaway is already over, but we have lots more game codes, guys. I'll give away a couple more this stream, and I'll give away a couple next stream. I think Jay will be giving away a couple on his build streams as well. We have kind of a doc with a bunch of game codes on it that a lot of people have been so graciously donating to us. Shout out to Fropsy, who donated like 8 or 10 of them before this stream too. I assume you're done soldering, right? Uh-oh. Geo bailing me? Or not Geo, but, Chewy. Fropsy doing something nice? It happened, I swear. It actually happened.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right. Sorry, my switch to push to talk is right arrow.
Oh, nice.
So, disembodied voice. You can hit exclamation point. Who's in the background or who's?
Who am I hearing?
Who am I hearing?
Yeah, that's what we decided on.
All right. So in.
All right.
Solder a switch.
Do you? Oh, this is gonna be perfect. If my test goes well, I might actually. I might beat you here, which, you know, if I beat you, it's a race, like we already discussed. Then it's a race, yeah. Only then is it a race. Alright, so... Oh, crap. Why did I do that? Oh, yes, daughter boards. How-to daughter board. Like, oh yeah, that's still a thing, huh?
So, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure why I'm here. I have no idea how to build a keyboard. All I know is mechanical equals good. That is a fair statement.
That's fine, man. That is totally fine.
So, welcome. We build customs anywhere between super duper high end, like why on earth did you spend that much money on a keyboard, to extremely affordable. You can, if one of the mods wants to throw the YouTube in there, exclamation point YouTube, you can absolutely go there and watch all to your heart's content. Alright. Got ourselves a bad switch. One less Zyko.
Oh no. The world is a worse place without that Zyko. Alright, all my switches work. So, clearly I'm a way better builder than Chewy.
Hands down.
As he is having issues that I am just breezing through. This is we'll call this a tortoise in the hare situation.
How much do you call an affordable keyboard? I would say in the 200 range, because you're already looking for something that, if you're looking at customs, you're already looking at spending more money than what a potential box brand is going to be able to offer you. So I would say in the realm of 200.
If anyone's curious what the heck I'm doing, because it's weird, I'm going to put caps on before I actually screw the board in, just to make sure the plate is aligned properly. This song is bumping. Holy crap.
Come on. There we go. Dotted board did not want to play nice.
How do you get a game code for Doom? I only had one Doom Eternal game code to give away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, young Geo. I wish I could afford to get everyone Doom.
Okay, we're going to... I'm actually going to take like a quick 2-minute break, hit the restroom, and change the desk mat and tidy up really quick. So I will be right back.
This is where I win the race, ladies and gentlemen. Just kidding.
There's my beer back.
Oh, did you have keycaps on already? Alright, just a very simple transplant here, considering it's the same exact layout. Doesn't get a whole lot easier than this. Oh, are you talking about donating a Doom game code? You're crazy, young Geo. You're crazy. Has 8008 not shipped to you yet? Sadly, no. I haven't gotten my tracking. But I think some of the other people in the hobby are getting it so far. Pretty sure Osiris already has his. I think I've seen maybe one or two other people with it already. Not really sure. But no, I haven't even gotten tracking for mine. So I'm probably pretty far down on the order list, I would assume. You're just gonna buy it as Steam as the gift? That's totally up to you, man. Yeah, if you want. You're a madman, young Geo. True mad lad.
We are back.
Did I win yet?
Yeah, probably. That's not good.
I'm still not technically done yet.
Alright, so we got the new mat out.
What mat you going with?
The floral.
Floral?
Gotta rep Dixie as much as possible, right?
Sure, yeah, that's fair.
It is his board.
The floral mat, honestly, underrated.
Yeah,
As-
not have lost in the first round.
As is the Home Sweet Home mat, I gotta admit.
I use the Home Sweet Home as my like soldering. Alright, let's ease that in there. That's a little tricky with the daughter board. Good. Let's see. Yang Jane chess, man, just keep on pulling through. I know it's tough. Life gets tough. But, sun's coming up either way, right?
That's right.
Just keep on trucking. And join our Discord. I know that's not, join Top Clack's Discord. They're fun places where you can go and sometimes just escape from the world.
Let's be honest, I feel like everyone needs to do that at some point.
Yep.
I've been doing it a lot lately.
How tight are the tolerances? Yeah, it's snug. I don't really like it when it's super duper.
Oh, did you read the instruction guide, build guide thing with the Bauer?
Yes, a while ago.
Okay, just making sure. Because he does recommend that you be very, very careful on the screws.
So yeah, I remember him saying don't over tighten the screws, so I am just barely putting these in, basically not even finger tight, and then I'm just going to go around and slowly tighten them. Can't wait till uni is over. Good, man.
I think you forgot to swap cameras.
Oh, I totally did. Whoopsies!
Oh, nice. Twisty! That's classic, man. That's just good stuff. Alright, we are almost done here.
Oh man, everything's screwed up. There we go. Yeah. See, I do I stream from my computer twice a month. So getting used to all of my I have a little I have cheat sheet sticky note right up there that reminds me of what my scenes are because I don't use them enough.
It's hard, man. Sometimes in OBS it's just so it gets so cluttered because you need so many things to do this.
Yeah.
Alright, later on I'll clean up that plate and repackage that for him because when I ship this back, I'm definitely going to be shipping it back in this configuration, I feel. Alright, so now I'm just going to make sure the plate is aligned, and then I'm gonna screw it in, and then we'll be done. Do a little typing test, and another giveaway, of course. So now I'm just going to check for the plate alignment. Looks like it's aligned towards the bottom a little bit more than it needs to be, as you might be able to tell from that picture. It's very similar to the keycode boards. It's very easy to actually realign the plate, even while assembled and keycaps on, as long as you don't have it screwed in. Or at least, at the very least, not screwed in too tightly. You can pretty much just...
Bauer looks sweet. Victory auction went for $1,500. $1,000 for a Bauer? Yeah, $1,500. Are customs better than the equivalent in price non-custom boards? Technically, it depends. You are going to get higher quality. Most likely, you're going to get better quality control. But the reason you buy customs is because you want to buy something that is very specific to you You want to use switches that are specific to what you like and all of that good stuff. That is why I recommend. Shout out to Dixie for extra screws. I love anyone who does that.
Oh, yeah. Same.
There is the completed build. We've got some caps. We got an artisan as well. Oh, ASMR stream.
For real.
All right.
So similar to Chewy here, I'm just going barely finger tight on this first run here.
Yeah, I found it was just you make your way around, try and go for the not obviously not to you, Brian, but to chat. I just want to make sure you don't think I am talking down to you.
What? You should though. I'm small brain.
Listen to the longer beard. All right.
That's right. See, he didn't shave and I did, so clearly something went wrong there.
But star patterns always are nice. That helps prevent any over tightening of one area. I can already tell I'm gonna like this. I can already tell I'm gonna steal this from her secretly, and then she's gonna go in our Discord and be like, "He's using a 65%."
I love it.
Like, oh, busted. In Red Dead Redemption 2, I always had to make Arthur's beard as long as Chewie's. Thank you. This is what not caring about the way you look for a month turns into. I just got shut down through May 4th? Yeah, May 4th. So I don't have work for another month. A month and 4 days.
At the rate it's going, it's looking like that's probably going to be me as well. My work was scheduled to reopen on April 9th, but 2 days after they made that announcement, we got the proclamation that this is going to be lasting much longer. So the shelter at home thing or whatever is at least until April 30th, I believe now. So it's going to be interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, so I am fully done here.
You are the champion.
Oh wait, you're not done yet?
No, I'm putting caps on.
Oh, I thought you were done already. Well, I guess I will be the first to do the sound test here.
Okay. So guys, real quick, before about a minute before he does this, you guys should go hop in his chat because it'll sound better on his chat. So I'm gonna mute myself. I can't type right now because nothing's plugged.
It's all good. I'll just mute you. I'll just mute you for like 30 seconds.
I'm just saying, but guys, go to Top Clack's Twitch channel right now. He's about to do the typing test. It'll sound better on his.
In theory, I'm gonna laugh when this sounds awful. Then I'm gonna feel really dumb. Nah, it's probably gonna sound pretty good though. All right, so I'm gonna pause my music there. I'm gonna move my mic a wee bit closer and hopefully give you guys a good sound test here. Looks nice as it should. All right. First things first. Like that. All right. Let's do a little type-a-rooney here, guys. Alright, so looks like the sound is pretty decent. I'm not going to say it's anything incredible. I really do think that these probably benefit quite a bit from filming, just like all the other JWK and Durock switches seem to. So, yeah, this feels great though. This truly does feel very nice. I love the softness of palm mixed with the gasket mount. I mean, it's super smooth, but they still feel like they're almost stock. They just feel better. But if I had films, I would have filmed these too, sadly. But that's just the way it is. Came out pretty well though. I still prefer this over the tactile aluminum plate build personally. Alright, now we're just going to anxiously await Chewy's typing sound test. Let's see where he's at right now. He's looks like he's finishing up putting some caps on there. So I'm assuming he'll be ready to type soon too, and then we'll all head over there and check out his typing sounds. I know he's muted. I don't have him muted. He has himself muted. So we just have to wait till he unmutes himself. Man, his Bauer turned out pretty well too. I guess while we wait for him, I'm gonna start up another quick giveaway here. I actually have a $10 gift card here for Project Keyboard. And what I want you guys to do, if you would like to win a $10 gift card for Project Keyboard. Oh yes. Once I figure out what the heck I'm doing here. Alright, here we go. Don't end stream. I'm not going to end the stream right now, Gio. Don't worry. It's all good. I'm just giving away a Project Keyboard gift card right now. So if you want to win a Project Keyboard gift card, type Project Keyboard in the chat. It's not case sensitive. It's a $10 gift card. So, you know, might soften the blow on some shipping or maybe a nice upcoming keyboard. And it looks like we'll have another Doom Eternal game code to give away before the end of the stream as well.
Zelio, this is a Zyko, 78 gram, and a brass plate in the Bauer.
I'm going to listen to Chewy right now, which is why I stopped the music. Sounds way better on his stream than it does through my Discord call. This sounds pretty good.
One more go around, because, like, holy fuck.
Is he an index finger spacebar user? I think he might be. Oh, yeah, you guys can use the multi-twitch if you want. We've just kind of been swapping back and forth.
Quakos, you there?
I am there. That was a nice sounding board. I am there. That was oh, whoops. Nice sounding board. Yeah, that was some good stuff, man. How do you feel about it? Oh, whoops.
And check it out, or someone send me the clip of Quakeham's doing the typing test.
Oh, I forgot to unmute you on that part, but I'm still here. How do you feel about it?
So it feels very even, very stiff. I like that. I like stiff. I like how stiff it is. Zycos are good. They're very tactile. They sound fantastic. Stabs sound good. Stabs feel good. It's very even. You know, obviously it's going to be stiffer on the number row, but
sure, yeah.
This is solid board. I'm excited. She doesn't like being on stream. I wish I could record her reaction when she first types on it, but she said in chat, "Oof," and she probably heard it from the other room. But yeah, I'm really stoked on this. This is solid. I'm excited for Osiris to build it.
Nice. Oh, he got one too?
Yeah.
What a guy. Very nice.
Well, he's got two at his place right now.
He's got two. He's got the LTT one, right?
He's got the LTT one.
Honestly, these are probably better than the LTT one.
Oh, the LTT one. I mean, it's like lubed Gainer on blacks, which I'm like, sure. And then like it sounds cool outside of the spacebar. It sounds cool. In its defense, that spacebar in person sounds better than through a microphone, but the microphone picks up the ping so cleanly that through a microphone it sounds so much worse than it does in person.
Yeah, I feel you.
But it's still pretty bad. Can you do a stab test? I absolutely can. I'll just pick it up though. There's your stab test. Very clean. It's just crisp. I think that's what I would say this board sounds like. It sounds crisp.
Crisp is a good thing.
Crisp
I like
is a
crisp.
very good thing.
I'm
excited for her to...
Fropsy told me to check my DMs. Uh-oh. So is Young Geo. Uh-oh. I feel like something crazy is about to go down real quick. I think... Hold on.
It is a diving board. But I'm excited. Are we talking? So I will say this is a 65% that I would use because it feels very good. So for those wondering, this is going to be the end of the 65% hate. We're gonna call it quits on that meme. It's gonna die at the end of March. So thank you to those who went along with the no 65%.
Okay, well, apparently Fropsy and Young Geo are just being absolute mad lads, and now we have potentially some more Doom Eternal codes to give away.
Ooh, all the giveaways.
I'm assuming it's about the same code.
Now here, so Macanova, not a trader, because I still personally won't buy one for myself. I'm just not going to hate on it as much. It's obviously just an April Fool's joke that it's death. It only took a pandemic for Chewie to change his mind. I love that's probably my favorite one. Thank you, GHB.
That's a good one.
But you know, like I said at the beginning, I never want to potentially stray someone away from 65% when 65% could be what they need or what they want the most out of a keyboard. But I still feel the same way. I never really felt as strong as I outwardly said it. That's, you know, hamming it up. I just don't prefer 65% like Quakeham's. It's just nothing is added when I get a 65%. I don't end of that, but end of Chewie dividing the community along 65% lines. But thank you guys. I'm about to raid Mr. Top Clack after I go through here. I'm going to mute myself while I go through the sponsors.
Oh, perfect. That sounds good. I'm not going to be heading out quite yet, but I will be very soon. But now that Fropsy...
We should double raid somebody else then. We'll double raid at the same time.
All right, well, who else is streaming right now?
I have no idea.
All right, well, I'm gonna look real quick to see who else is streaming. Looks like Nathan Kim, Plume. I mean, Nathan Kim already had. Nathan Kim streaming Animal Crossing, and he has 600 viewers already. How about we raid Plume? That seems like the good call there. He does really good content, and he's quite a bit fewer viewers. Lightning? Lightning's not online right now. Am I? He's not showing up live on Twitch for me. So maybe Twitch is just behind. He changed his name? What's his new stream link? He's restarting. Okay. I don't know his new stream name then. But anyways, yeah, it sounds like we'll have 2 more Doom Eternal gift codes to give away, game codes rather. Both of them are going to be through the Bethesda launcher, so they are not going to be Steam codes. They are going to be Bethesda launcher. Keep that in mind, guys. But I guess while we're waiting for 2 videos, we can just start one of these up right now. Actually, let me just refresh Nightbot here. Lightning Keyboards is his new name? Okay. Well, we have 2 Doom Eternal codes to give away, both for the Bethesda launcher, and we're going to go ahead and start one of these up right now. So go ahead and type Doom in chat. Not case sensitive.
Doom in Top Clack's chat, guys. So quick shout outs to again, Dixie. Thank you for making a fantastic board. Kennick for providing the beverage of choice for tonight. Calpico Lychee. I'm waiting for like Nathan to get sponsored by like a drink label. Like a coffee. Like how amazing would that be?
That could probably happen. I could see that.
Like, that would be so hilarious. I would love to get sponsored by a non-keyboard company, like a food company.
Oh man. I remember what was really weird actually when I went to buy my most recent car that I have right now at the dealership. Like we were kind of just making small talk, and I was kind of telling him about like what I do with Top Clack, and he was like so fascinated by it, and he was like asking if like he could like promote his like car dealership through Top Clack, and I was like hold on, no, this is not going to work for about 8 million reasons. So that was pretty funny too.
Well, this is awesome, and I would love to help you. Let me tell you why it won't.
Let me tell you why this is going to make literally 0 difference for you.
Let me tell you why my inbox would get absolutely flooded.
I love it. All right, guys, I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes here. But if you want to win a Doom Eternal game code, just type Doom in chat. It is not case sensitive, but as long as you type that keyword in chat, you will be qualified to win. And then we have another one right after that. 2 Doom Eternal codes, courtesy of Young Geo and Fropsy.
There you go. Here's I'm gonna ask both chats. Would you guys be interested if, like, this Saturday or something, all of the keyboard streamers did like an Instagram behind the scenes of their setups for build stream? Would you guys be down for that? Because I'm someone who loves seeing how other people operate, and how like their setups are. Like that's something that fascinates me like incredibly. And so I'm curious to know if you guys would like that. And Quakem should do it too.
I might be busy on Saturday, but I can see what I can do.
Well,
if you keep me updated,
or just you can like record the video whenever and then post it Saturday or something.
Oh, that's true as well. Yeah. That's fair. I don't know how to Instagram. I'm really bad at Instagram.
Dude, trust me. So, shout out to Ginley Bean, who's a great friend, who holds my hand through Instagram.
I need someone from the Top Clack server to hold my hand on Instagram.
She holds my hand through Instagram. I'm like, how do I do this? And she's like, you just do this, 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 and this. It's so simple. I'm like, I know, but I don't know.
That's awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll for this first Doom Eternal code. And then someone actually mentioned the Project Keyboard gift card. I totally forgot to roll for that. I'll do that after this code. And Project then we'll roll the other game card. Yes, all right, so we got 42 eligible users in here to win this. rolling now. Looks like NOEKB, Noe is going to be our winner here. So if you're in chat, you do have to be in chat to win. If you are in chat, message me on Twitch. Just use their whisper system or whatever they call it. And you say whatever. You say hi, hello, or, F off, whatever. I'll reply with your game code. And if this user is not here, I will re-roll this in just a couple minutes.
There you go. Ooh, behind the scenes Mech Madness live.
That'd be cool, because you guys have a pretty epic Mech Madness setup.
Yeah. Osiris, I'll just, come over earlier on Friday, because it's not like I don't have time.
Yep.
And for those in chat, if you guys want to play, some Golf with Friends or Jackbox later, trust me, we'll be down. Quakos, you got to get on that Golf with Friends life.
Is that the cool new thing to do? I've been hearing a lot about it.
So Golf with Friends is great because of it's a simple game. It's golf. It's not that competitive. No one has ever really there's a little bit, but typically everyone's just doing so bad that everything gets so muddled. It's a game that just facilitates conversation, and that's all you can ask for.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just a game that it's just something to do while you're sitting around talking, and then lots of expletives.
All right, so because of my stupidity, we are going to redo the Project Keyboard gift card, because I forgot to roll that before I started the last giveaway. So I apologize for that, guys, but once again, just type Project Keyboard in chat, and you can potentially win a $10 Project Keyboard gift card. Project Keyboard.
Download it, play with Alex. Oh, I need to get Alex Otis in there. All right.
Okay. Did we decide on who we were rating?
Someone said Plume is still going.
I was saying Plume. Someone else was saying Lightning, who apparently has a new Twitch name, Lightning Keyboards, versus whatever he was before. It looks like he is offline.
I think Plume. We just go with Plume.
Yeah, I don't see Lightning online yet, so I think we're gonna go with Plume on this one. Yeah. But I'm not quite done yet. Anyways, I got to finish up this giveaway and then finish up the next Doom Eternal code as well, and then I will be heading out.
Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there, Mr. Quakeums. Thank you. This has been fun, and it worked out. Real quick, chat. Let us know what you thought about this, really quick, before I pop this stream off. I'm on Topchord's chat, so you can say it there. I'm in ours. I'm curious to know what you guys thought. Was it easy to transition between? So nice and wholesome together.
Yeah. It's fun. It's the way we did it is obviously incredibly simple and basic and rudimentary, because we're literally just streaming ourselves, and we're just also in a Discord call together.
Yeah.
There are more intensive ways to do it, but they don't always produce as good of results. So I kind of like the way we did this, just because it can be kind of hard to do a dual build stream on one stream, because then the whole stream has a bunch of dead space because you have to crop all these cameras, and it can be really awkward. And multi-Twitch works.
It's hard sending 2 cameras to someone across the country.
Yes, that as well.
Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people said they just had both up and alternated between who was muted.
Yeah, which was kind of the idea. They can watch one or they could watch both, and it'd be fine either way. But the idea was that they could kind of hear both of us, so it kind of gave us some conversation and such. Yeah,
and if you guys want to see this more, we're thinking of expanding this beyond Mechs on Deck and Talk Black to try and make the keyboard community a lot larger and feel larger and smaller at the same time. Because that kind of how it is. And we're both of us are obviously great friends with people like Apiary, Alex Odos, and then Osiris and Jay on the other half of this sandwich. And so, anyways, thank you, Quakeums, very much. I will hit you up later.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining me, and it's been great. We should try this again sometime, honestly.
Dope.
All right, so yeah, guys, if you were curious, that was Chewy from Mechs on Deck. Make sure to go check him and his co-host Osiris out over on twitch.tv/Mechs on Deck. You won't regret it, I promise. They are fantastic people, and they put out amazing content. and we could not be any more supportive of them. So, very mutually beneficial, and yeah, you won't regret it. All right, I'm going to roll this Project Keyboard gift card now. Here we go. Winner is Frosted Flax. It's a great username, by the way. So, Frosted Flax, go ahead and message me on Twitch here. Use the Whisper command, which is the Twitch DM service. And then I will reply with your game code. And then we will give away another game code for Doom Eternal, because Fropsy and Young Geo are both top-tier young gentlemen. Did Doom number one answer you? Yeah. Doom number 1 was claimed. He did reply. Now we're just waiting on Frosted Flax. If he doesn't message me soon, then I will re-roll for that Project Keyboard gift card. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. Get that there. Fantastic. All right. You are more than welcome, my friend. All right. Now we're going to do one more Doom Eternal code. I'm so jealous, man. All these Doom Eternal codes going out. This is some good stuff. All right, just like last time, we're going to use a keyword, and it's going to be Doom again. So just type in Doom if you want a code for Doom Eternal. This is the second and last one we're giving away today. But I know it's a hot game right now. People are hyped for it. I guess I'll allow mods to be eligible again. And I'll give this one a few minutes. We'll go until about 7:15 p.m. Pacific, which is just under 2. And then we will head off for the night. I'm pretty happy with how this build came together, honestly. Boom. There you go. I like it. Petrov is indeed cheating, as usual. Doom Eternal is hands down Game of the Year 2020. I've heard that from numerous people now. A lot of people are pretty happy with it. It does seem pretty awesome. I still need to play through the first one. I'm kind of a pleb. Isn't Cyberpunk coming out this year? I think it's supposed to. Alright, you got about a minute left, guys, to enter this one. Currently sitting at 42 eligible users. Madrid says, I don't know about Doom Eternal being hands down the best game this year in March. That's fair. That's fair. Maybe you could say it's the best game this year so far. Although Animal Crossing seems pretty hype as well. People have been loving that one. Anyways, all right, 7:15. Still at 42 users, so I'm assuming everybody that wants to enter has already entered. I'm going to roll it right now. All right, looks like Turrison is following. There we go. There's the winner. Congrats to you there, my friend. Make sure you go ahead and message me on Twitch using the Whisper service, their DM service. And if he does not, then I will re-roll in just a couple minutes, but we'll wait for that PM to come through. And it indeed did come through, because who wouldn't want to win Doom Eternal, let's be honest here. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and message over that code real quick. Again, remember this is the Bethesda launcher, not Steam on this one. Bam, there we go. So congrats to all the winners that have won something today. We still have lots more game codes to give away in future stream supports. So I do have quite a few more builds planned. I don't know exactly when my next build stream will be, but it shouldn't be too far in the future. And of course, on Thursday, we still have the main flagship news show that we do every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you come watch that. It's a great time. Me and my co-host Jay sit down and we talk about interest checks, group buys, some community discussion, and things of that nature. Then if you check below the stream, you can find links to stuff like our YouTube channel, where you can subscribe and check out all the VODs and other content that we have there, as well as our official Discord server. You can come in and talk about, I don't know, tacos or burritos, quesadillas. I was watching some videos on tacos earlier. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Congrats to everybody that won. Hopefully you guys had a good time, as did I. And yeah, hopefully you guys check out the show on Thursday. Make sure to follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know, all that cheesy content creator shit. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, everyone. Thanks to everyone that showed up. Have a good one.